There are books that make you laugh, and then there are books that make you laugh while questioning everything from society's rules to your own sanity. A Confederacy of Dunces does both. Written by John Kennedy Toole, published posthumously in 1980. This Pulitzer-winning novel has become a cult classic. But beneath its absurd comedy lies a tragic backstory, biting critique, and a haunting reminder that brilliance doesn't always find its place in the world. Author and background: John Kennedy Toole never saw his masterpiece in print. After years of rejection and despair, he died by suicide in 1969. It was his mother who pushed the manuscript into the hands of writer Walker Percy, who was initially skeptical, but once Percy read it, he was stunned. The book was published in 1980 and went on to win the Pulitzer Prize in 1981. This wasn't just literary justice, it was cosmic irony. A book about a misunderstood genius, written by a misunderstood genius, finally being recognized too late. Main character analysis. At the center of the chaos is Ignatius J. Reilly, an obese, flatulent, hyper-educated medievalist who lives with his mother in 1960s New Orleans. He is both a genius and a man-child, endlessly criticizing modern society while doing absolutely nothing to change it. Ignatius represents a paradox: intellectual brilliance, coupled with emotional incompetence. He hates capitalism, detests pop culture, and dreams of a world ruled by theology and geometry. He is revolting, hilarious, pitiful, and unforgettable. You can't decide whether to hate him or pity him. And maybe that's the point. Toole crafts Ignatius as a mirror, reflecting the absurdity in us all. Laughable moments that stick. What really makes readers burst into laughter? The scene where Ignatius tries to sell hot dogs but ends up eating most of them himself because the buns are too fluffy for commerce. Or when he writes furious complaint letters to companies for non-existent problems, hoping to get free merchandise. His endless war with pants that refuse to fit, or his constant belching and medieval rants, make him a walking paradox of intellect and physical comedy. And let's not forget his disdain for the modern world, expressed through phrases like "oh my God, what an egregious affront to my digestive system." Every line drips with irony, wit, and grotesque charm, satire, and social commentary. What makes this book a masterpiece is its satirical scalpel. Toole skewers everything: consumer culture, race relations, organized religion, sexuality, police incompetence, and academic pretension. Each character is a caricature, yet painfully real. The people Ignatius encounters: Myrna Minkoff, the Bothian liberal from New York; Mr. Levy, the spineless boss; Jones, the street-smart janitor exploited by everyone; create a carnival of dysfunction that feels eerily modern. New Orleans itself is a character, a melting pot of chaos, decadence, and forgotten dignity. Through its streets, Toole parades a confederacy of dunces, each blinded by their own delusions. Comic absurdity versus tragic undercurrent. The humor is outrageous, almost slapstick, but beneath the belly laughs is deep tragedy. Ignatius is lonely, rejected, lost. The comedy is a mask, And the real face of the novel is sorrow. Toole knew what it felt like to be unseen, misunderstood, laughed at for the wrong reasons. The novel becomes a cry for empathy hidden in fart jokes and failed hot dog carts. In an age of digital noise and identity crises, Ignatius would thrive on Twitter ranting. In 280, a character philosophical outburst. The novel speaks to our modern anxieties, disconnection, disenchantment, the failure of systems, and the desperate need to matter. It reminds us that being loud doesn't mean being heard, and being smart doesn't guarantee success. Toole's vision of society fragmented, frantic, yet pathetically funny has aged with terrifying accuracy. When a true genius appears in the world, you may know him by this sign that the dunces are all in confederacy against him. That quote, borrowed from Swift, becomes prophetic in Toole's hands. This novel is not just a comedy. It's a cultural diagnosis. It's a reminder that genius doesn't always come dressed in suits and TED Talks. Sometimes it wears a hunting cap, lives with its mom, and sells hot dogs. So read it. Laugh. Cringe. Think. And remember, Ignatius J. Reilly makes you uncomfortable. He's doing his job.
If you enjoyed this review, hit like. Comment below with your favorite absurd moment. And subscribe to Adverbera for more deep dives into bold, bizarre, and brilliant books. Let's celebrate the books that challenge us, and the writers who never got the applause they deserved in their lifetime.